Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today for the College of Engineering's Graduate Student Services Orientation for the Fall 2021 semester. Before we jump into it, we just wanted to highlight a very important resource, which is the Graduate Student Services Orientation course on Canvas. You can log into Canvas by going to canvas.northeastern.edu. This course is simply a resource page that you'll have access to throughout your time at Northeastern, and it provides more in-depth information that we didn't cover in today's live session. All incoming fall 2021 students will be invited to join this course soon, so please continue to check your email for the invitation. This course is not for credit and it's not required for you to complete. However, we highly recommend that you complete the modules to learn more about graduate student services. Chances are that many of the topics covered in this course will apply to you at some point during your program. This orientation consists of 5 modules, and we expect that the orientation will take you 1 to 2 hours to complete, so please plan accordingly. In today's session, we'll begin with an overview of the Graduate Student Services Office, and you'll get to meet each of the academic advisors in a quick video. Next, we'll show you how to register for courses and share information on the various Graduate Student Services forms and policies. Next, we'll discuss your responsibilities as a graduate student and important information related to academic performance in your program, and we'll wrap up with time for your questions. If you do have questions at any point during the orientation session today, please use the Q&A function to send your questions to the presenters. Please do not use the chat function. Up next, please let me introduce Associate Director of Academic Advising for the Graduate School of Engineering, Matt Pogorski, for a quick welcome.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for attending the session tonight and welcome to Northeastern. We're very excited to have you in the graduate program at Northeastern and in the Graduate School of Engineering. I'm here just to say a couple things just about what you will experience in your program and just what you will, some things you may encounter while you're in your graduate program here at Northeastern. Here in Graduate Student Services, we're here to assist with, really anything you need. We're able to answer questions regarding your academic or professional, in your academic or professional life. We can help with course registration, graduation requirements, planning your time here in your graduate program, as well as if you struggle with anything in any time academically. So if your GPA falls below 3.0 or anything like that, we're here to help. One thing I do want to mention that I always say to all of the new students is that if you ever need anything, please contact us. The email, and you will meet all the academic advisors, and you'll be provided with the email address in this presentation. But if you need anything, please let us know. Because we can't help if we don't know. That's most important. And if there's anything, just let us know, because sometimes we find out too late and we really can't do anything in that situation. So just like I said, let us know as soon as possible. Again, I just want to say thank you for attending this session. Welcome to Northeastern. We're very excited to be here.
Great, thank you, Matt. And up next, we have another special guest. Dr. Tracy Carter is here to speak to you about the COE Comm Lab.
Hey, everyone. My name is Tracy Carter. I am a professor in the Department of Chemical Engineering, and I am also the coordinator for the Chemical Engineering Comm Lab. The Comm Lab offers peer-to-peer coaching on any technical communication. So whether you're working on a report for class or a presentation for a conference or your thesis or dissertation, you can come talk to us and we can help you with your technical communications. We have a website that you can find information on. You can also book an appointment with us through the website. And in addition to that, you can go ahead to the next slide. This is what the booking appointment looks like. You can either schedule a 1-hour appointment, or if you just have a quick question, you can schedule a 15-minute appointment. We also run workshops for all graduate students on various technical communication subjects. Next week, for example, we will be talking about fellowships and how to apply for fellowships and where to find them. Next slide. And we also have a team where we do a lot more communication on where can you find information on data visualization, or what's coming up in some of the engineering programs. And if you have questions or comments, you can also post to the group. I have put the link to these in the chat, so I believe you can access those. And I think that's it. So welcome to Northeastern. I look forward to meeting you.
Great, thanks so much, Tracy. I will also share that we'll be adding this information into the Canvas course. So all of these links and any more information will be made available to you as soon as we get that invite sent out to you for the Canvas course. So thank you, Tracy. Let me get my screen back up. Just a moment. Okay. So now to jump into our presentation, what is Graduate Student Services? So you've already heard a little bit, but Graduate Student Services is an office on campus where you can find answers to many of your questions related to being a graduate student in the College of Engineering. The Graduate Student Services team consists of staff and faculty who are all here to support you as a graduate student and to ensure that you're successful in your program. If you ever have a question and you're unsure of where to go, try contacting your academic advisor and Graduate Student Services. If you're located on the Boston campus, you can find us in the Snell Engineering Building, room 130. So if you enter the building from the doors facing the library, we are the first door on the left. The quickest way to get an answer to your question is to send us an email, but the Graduate Student Services academic advisors are also available for virtual or limited in-person meetings. Please note that availability will depend on your campus location. On the screen, you can see our updated meeting policies for fall 2021. First, please be aware that appointments must be scheduled at least 24 hours prior to the scheduled meeting time. We are not accepting walk-in or same-day appointments at this time. In order for your academic advisor to best prepare for the appointment, you must provide a detailed account of your question in the comments section of the scheduling request. Graduate engineering students are able to schedule an appointment to meet with their advisor via Navigate. You can find more information about Navigate on our website and on the Canvas orientation course. +1 students who are still in undergraduate standing should email coe-gradadvising@northeastern.edu, and their assigned academic advisor will assist with scheduling an appointment for you. Additionally, we highly recommend that you bookmark the link on your screen, which will take you to the Graduate Student Services website. Here, you'll find very important information on many topics, such as forms, graduate school policies and procedures, who your faculty program advisor is, and registration guidance for new students. One page that will be extremely valuable for you as a new student is the New Student Information tab on our website. The link to this page can be found on the right-hand side of the Graduate Student Services website. And on this page, you can find information about things like housing and transportation, how to get your Husky student ID card, health insurance, as well as information on course registration. If you have not yet registered for classes in fall 2021, please check out the course registration guidance that has been compiled by your department. You can find these guides under the Information on Course Registration tab on the New Student Information page on our website. Your academic advisor can help answer many of your questions and assist with various concerns regarding your program and your student record. However, we're not always the best resource for you to contact. The table on this screen is a handy resource for whenever you do have a question. This information is also available on the Canvas orientation course and on our Student Services website. But to give a brief overview, your Graduate Student Services Academic Advisor can help you with questions about forms, course registration issues, concerns with your degree audit, academic probation and academic standing, and other general questions related to the College of Engineering. But if you aren't sure where to go, we can always help point you in the right direction. You also have a department faculty advisor who can assist with more specific program questions. Your faculty advisor is a professor in your department who can answer specific questions you may have about courses and your degree program. Your faculty advisor is an excellent resource, and it's important to get to know who they are. On the Graduate Student Services website, you'll find a link to the program contacts page, which will list all of the advisors and their contact information. Lastly, advisors in OGS or the Office of Global Services can help to answer any questions you have about visa compliance, OPT, CPT, or leaves of absence. The academic advisors in the Graduate Student Services Office are available to assist you during regular business hours and will follow the university holiday schedule. The quickest way to get a response to your question is just to send us an email. You can expect to receive a reply to your email within 1 to 2 business days. However, please do not send multiple duplicate emails, as this will only delay our response time. In any question to the Graduate Student Services team, please be sure to include your full name and NUID for the most efficient response. Boston-based students can contact their advisor by emailing coe-gradadvising@northeastern.edu. Seattle-based students, you can email your advisor at coe-seattle-gradadvising@northeastern.edu. And Silicon Valley-based students can email their advisor at coe-sv-gradadvising@northeastern.edu. Please be aware that you should not email your advisor using their personal email address or via other applications such as Microsoft Teams. You will not receive a response. Any questions or communications should be sent to the proper email for your campus. On this slide, you can see all of the Graduate Student Services academic advisors. Boston-based students are assigned to academic advisors by last name, while Seattle and Silicon Valley students will have one advisor for their campus. Boston students, please be aware that your assigned academic advisor may change at the start of the fall 2021 semester. The advisor caseloads can be found on the homepage of the Graduate Student Services website. However, please remember that you may only contact the grad advising email to get in touch with your advisor, and you should not try to email your advisor directly. Up next, we're going to watch a short video introducing the members of the academic advising team.
Hello, and congratulations on being accepted into one of Northeastern's graduate programs. My name is Erica Osiki, and I am one of the Boston-based academic advisors in the Graduate School of Engineering's Graduate Student Services Office. And I'm so happy to be able to get to know you throughout the rest of the semester and year, and I'm excited to help you out in any way I can. Again, congratulations and welcome to Northeastern.
Hello, my name is Leslie Winslow Keats. I'm an academic advisor in the Graduate School of Engineering. Welcome to Northeastern University. I look forward to working with you as you begin your journey at the Graduate School of Engineering. I wish you all the success in your program.
Hi students, my name is Mike and I'm one of the academic advisors at the Boston campus. So excited to work with you this year and welcome to Northeastern.
Congratulations and welcome to Northeastern. My name is Gloria and I'm one of the academic advisors at the Graduate School of Engineering, and I wish you the best of luck in your program.
Hello, my name is Jeffrey Lamb and I am the academic advisor for College of Engineering students in the Silicon Valley campus. No matter where you are coming from around the world, we welcome you here as a part of the Northeastern community.
Hello everyone, my name is Terry and I am the academic advisor for the College of Engineering here at the Seattle campus. Welcome to your program, welcome to Seattle, and I look forward to working with you all.
All right. So now that you've had a chance to hear a little bit more about our office, I'm going to turn things over to Erica to speak a little bit more about course registration.
And welcome to Northeastern again. My name is Erica, and I'm here to discuss how to register for courses, common registration issues, and other important things to know about course registration. For some of the websites we will talk about, you'll definitely want to bookmark them. My Northeastern. So this is a website you should definitely bookmark. My Northeastern is a place where you can do so many important things like register for courses, check your degree audit, manage your email, access Canvas, and do so much more. So it's definitely something that'll help ease your journey throughout your time here at Northeastern. The Registrar's Office website. This site is also incredibly important to know, as you'll find important information like the academic calendar, which is how you know the deadlines for the add drop period. And you can also find information on course registration and information on your academic transcript. So I'm actually going to quickly show you the Registrar's Office website in terms of how you can find the academic calendar and also the course catalog, which we'll get more into details soon. So this is the university's website, or the registrar's website. Here you can see that there's academic records, like if you want to request transcripts, information on registration, important dates and deadlines, the course catalog, and the calendar. So we're going to start with the calendar. So currently, as this is still technically summer 2021, the current academic calendar is, oh, it did get updated. Okay, ignore that. So the current academic calendar is updated to be the 2021-2022 academic calendar. So you can click on that, go to graduate. So we are in the graduate school, and here you can find all the important dates and deadlines for fall 2021, spring 2022, and summer 2022. So here you can see when classes start, which, surprise, surprise, is September 8th, which is coming up very shortly. The first day, or the last day to add a class, last day to drop a class, any holidays, when deadlines are in terms of exams, when the degree gets conferred, etc. So this is an incredibly important resource for you to bookmark, so you know when there are holidays, when you need to add or drop classes, etc. So we're going to go back to the main website for the registrar's site. And then we're going to, even though I haven't talked about it fully yet, I'm going to show you the course catalog. And so again, since we are you are all entering fall 2021 students, I'm going to click on this course catalog. Then since you all are grad students, we're going to click on grad. You can click either web or PDF. I find it easier to navigate via the web version. We're in the College of Engineering. So I'm going to show you a brief example. So let's say, for example, you are a mechanical and industrial engineering department student, and you are an industrial engineering master's student. I'm going to show you your program requirements. So as you can see, for this degree program, there are 2 required courses, and then you select 2 of these core classes as well. You have a coursework option where you just do only courses. There's a project, which is a 1 semester project, and there's also a thesis option. And as you can see, this is the approved course list of courses that when you take electives, they're already going to count towards your degree audit. So as you can see, that for the master's in industrial engineering has all these courses that are approved to take for your degree program. And so I want to very much emphasize that since you all are entering the fall 2021 calendar year, you're always going to follow this catalog. So even if you're right about to graduate in 2023, you're not following the 2023 catalog. You're following this specific 2021 catalog because that is when you entered. Because programs may change every semester or every year, but that's why you follow the 2021-2022 course catalog. So make sure you get that into your brains because that is a very important thing to remember so you're not confused in terms of what your program requirements are. I'm going to go back to the presentation. Okay. So now you know how to find the academic calendar. Here are some important dates. I do want to highlight that As you notice on the slide, the last day to add a class and the last day to drop a class are 2 different days. And so what does that mean? That means that if you are, especially if you're an international student, you're thinking about dropping a course, please reach out to your academic advisor to make sure that you're not putting yourself in jeopardy by dropping a course. Because if you drop below full-time status and you're in the United States as an international student, that may put you out of status and may put you in jeopardy. And so please, if you are thinking about dropping a course, please reach out to your academic advisor. And I also want to point out that for the last day to drop a class, it says no W grade. So what W means is that it's shorthand for withdrawal. And so if you get a W, it will appear on your transcript. So if you ever apply to anything in the future, if you're currently a master's student, you're applying to a PhD program in the future, and you have a W, that means that any future program will see that you withdrew from a course. Versus if you drop a class before September 28th, that class will not appear in your transcript. It will be as if you never took that class at all. But again, please note that the last day to add a class and drop a class are completely different days. So you want to make sure you're not dropping a class, as I mentioned, after the last day to add a class. And so the course catalog. So again, this website is incredibly important. And as I mentioned, it has your course catalog information in terms of your program requirements, but it also has information on academic policies, procedures, has the code of conduct, and also the academic rights and responsibilities. So it's an all-around amazing resource to bookmark and to have on hand throughout your time here at Northeastern. And so this is sort of the meat and potatoes of the presentation. So this is where I'm going to show you how you can find a course and note any requirements or restrictions that you should be on the lookout for when you're thinking about registering for courses. And so before we dive into that, I'm going to make a quick definition section. So prerequisite, you might see this when you're looking for courses. So prerequisite means that you need to have taken a certain course and sometimes even needed to have received a certain grade before taking the course that you might be interested in. For example, you might be so interested in taking class 1, 2, 3, 4, but it has a prerequisite of class 1, 2, 3, 3, meaning that you can't register for class 1, 2, 3, 4 unless you previously took class 1, 2, 3, 3. And so another thing you need to be on the lookout for are restrictions. So there are a plethora of restrictions that you might see. There's a program restriction, which could mean that if you are a DAE student, there are some courses that are restricted only to you, but there are some courses that are restricted only to non-DAE students. So if you are a DAE student trying to register for a section of a course that says not for DAE students, then you wouldn't be able to register for that section. There's college restrictions, meaning that if you are, since you are a COE student, if you're trying to register for a CORE course, it'll come up with the college restriction. So those are just a few examples of things to note when you're looking for courses. But now we are going to dive into registration. So the way that you do it is to go through enhanced class schedule or the dynamic schedule as it's labeled here. As we are looking for fall 2021 courses, you're going to do that. And so I'm going to do another quick example. We're going to do IE 6200. And I briefly want to point out that this CRN means course registration number. And it's a 5-digit code that corresponds to a specific section of a course. So for example, IE 6200 has multiple sections. There's section 1, 2, 3, etc. And so as we'll see shortly, each section has a 5-digit number that if you type that in, that 5-digit number here, it'll only pop up that section. So that's also something to note whenever you're reaching out to your advisor saying, oh, I'm having trouble registering for this course, please provide the CRN. So that way we can best see if there are any restrictions to that specific section. Graduate, submit. And so as you can see, here are a list of different IE 6200 courses. And so this is section 1 of IE 6200. And as you can see, this is the 5-digit CRN 11542. That if we were to go back and search that up, it'll only pull up this section. You won't see any of these. So it's again, very helpful to have that CRN ready. And so as you can see, this is also the location of the course. So if this is DAE, if this IE 6200 course had a different location, for example, this online course, it will say on here where the location is. So if you look at, for some of you information systems students, you might see Seattle or Silicon Valley as some of the locations. And so since the fall semester is going to be on ground, there's no way to take classes, if you're a Boston-based student, take classes in Seattle or Silicon Valley, because that would be way too hard to travel there every week. So unless you're willing to pay for a plane ride every week, I highly suggest you do not register to do that. To make sure that if you're a Boston student, register for Boston classes, Seattle, register for Seattle classes, et cetera, et cetera. Another thing to point out is that, as I mentioned, there are restrictions on this course. So this is a college restriction only for College of Engineering students. It has a level restriction of only grad students. And then this is what I was talking about of having the non-program. So this is saying that students who are enrolled in the MS Data Analytics Engineering program and the PhD Industrial Engineering program are not allowed to register for this section. So as I mentioned, if you are an MS Data Analytics Engineering student, you would not be able to register for this course. It would come up as a program restriction on your banner. And so another thing to note is obviously class time when your course is actually taking place, the day, the location. And this is also very important to know. So this class has a max capacity of 49 students. And as you can see, 49 students have already registered for this section of the course. And so if you are very interested in this section compared to other sections, as you can see, this one has availability, but for some reason, if you're like, this is the section that you're dying to get into, you possibly could add yourself to the wait list, where if someone drops, you'd be notified via email from the registrar's office saying that you have 24 hours to register for that section of the course. Not all courses have wait lists, so you'll have to see if you can put yourself on the wait list. And there is unfortunately no way to predict if you will or will not get off the wait list. Some classes move very quickly where there's lots of students dropping. Other sections with wait lists have no movement at all, where everyone is just staying put in that class. So there's really no way, there's no way for the advisors to predict or other students to predict. So it's just, you're just hoping to get into that class. And so in that vein, if you are registered or if you are waitlisted for a course, please register for a different course in the meantime, just to make sure that you're at full-time status, because putting yourself on a wait list does not mean that you are going to have those credits on your schedule, because there's a possibility that you wouldn't be able to register. So I just wanted to give a quick example of, so this section is 19114. If we type it in here, 19114, as I mentioned, it's only appearing this section of the course. So we're going back to the presentation. Okay, so let's say that you're trying to register for a course. You thought you got all of the restrictions, that you thought you noticed all of them, but you're still getting that blue box error that you see on this side. And so that means that you are facing a restriction. And so in this example on the slide, it's saying that there's a field of study restriction, which is essentially a program restriction. So this student is trying to register for ENCP 6100, which is one of the co-op courses. And so a lot of co-op courses are designated by specific programs, saying this section is only for ECE students, this section is only for robotics students, this section is only for PhD students, etc. So perhaps this student was electrical engineering student trying to register for the PhD section of ENCP 6100, and then that's why they're getting this program restriction. So you would need to go back to your banner, look at the restrictions, make sure you're seeing what restrictions are there. But if you're getting a registration error and you're thinking, I thought I double checked this a million times, but I'm still getting this error, feel free to reach out to your advisor and we'll be able to help troubleshoot you and see why you're getting that error. Okay, so there are two types of online courses. As I showed you in the example that IE 6200 had a online designation. There's a regular online and there's also a V35 section. The difference between the two is that V35 is specifically meant for part-time students and is a recorded stream of a real class. We can only override you typically into a V35 section only if there are no on-ground courses open or you are in co-op, or in the fall 2021, if you're a remote student and you are approved to be remote, we will be able to help override you into a V35 section if that's what your department recommends you do. And so as I mentioned, or as the slide mentions, international students who are in the US need to be full-time, must take at least 4 semester hours of on-ground credits per term. And so as I briefly alluded to, there is specific registration guidance for the fall 2021 semester. And so for fall 2021, the majority of the courses will be in person. International students who are unable to enter the US or students who are unable to attend Northeastern in person for any reason may be eligible to take courses fully remotely throughout the fall 2021 semester. If you are in this situation, you will need to fill out the request for remote learning form, which is on the slide and is on the Canvas page, as soon as you know you are unable to arrive. If you fill out the form and you're approved to study remotely, someone in our office, your academic advisor specifically, will reach out to you with registration guidance made by your department, just saying these classes are what your department recommends you take. They're all online sections, etc. So you want to make sure if you are checking your email if you did fill out this form. For more detailed information on NewFlex guidance, please read through the slide and review the Canvas page, because the Canvas page has a little bit more detailed information, and you can also review the hybrid NewFlex FAQs that Northeastern has made themselves. Courses outside of the College of Engineering. So if you are interested in a course that is housed within the Corey College of Computer Sciences or the DeMoore McKim School of Business, you may, emphasis on may, be allowed to take it. You will need to follow the directions on how to register for these courses on the link provided on the slide, and it's also on the Canvas page, and to obtain permission to enroll via the links or people that you must go through to register for these courses. Depending on the course, you may also need to fill out a standard petition form and get it approved to be part of your elective option, if it's allowed or applicable for your degree program. And so in relation to that, please always check in with your faculty advisor / program contact first. If you're thinking of taking a course outside of your typical electives list, to see whether if that course you're thinking of will count towards your degree. As I showed you for the industrial engineering example and earlier on in the presentation, the course catalog section, there was a list of approved course electives. If you're thinking of taking a DeMoore McKim course that wasn't on that list, please reach out to your faculty advisor, Jacqueline Griffin, at this, who is currently the faculty advisor for the MSIE program, and see whether or not it will be approved. Because you definitely don't want to be in a situation where you took a course, you're about to graduate, you're so excited to get your diploma and wear your cap and gown, and then we reach out to you saying that course is not counted towards your degree, you can't graduate, and you have to do another semester. So you definitely don't want to be in that situation. So please always check in with your faculty advisor to see if any of these courses will count. And so with that, I'm going to hand it back to Mike.
Okay, So up next, we're going to talk about graduate student services forms. Throughout your time with the Graduate School of Engineering, you'll most likely be required to submit one of the common student forms listed on your screen. These forms will serve a variety of purposes, such as gaining approval for changes to the pre-approved curriculum for your program, taking additional courses above the full-time course limit, and more. Whenever you need to find a form, make sure to visit the Graduate Student Services website and click on the Graduate Forms tab. Please note that all Graduate School of Engineering forms must be completed electronically through DocuSign. We will not accept forms via email or paper forms. On the next slide, we'll watch a short video where Leslie will walk us through the process of submitting a standard petition form through DocuSign. The process will be very similar for all other Graduate Student Services forms.
So you would click on the Graduate Forms tab right here to the right, and this is going to bring you to the different forms. So here's the standard petition form, and if you click on it, which is really exciting, we're now doing this all electronically. So you get to fill it out on the computer, and it will be directly submitted to the next person that needs to approve it, which is your faculty advisor. So if we click on it, you'll see that you have certain instructions, and then you need to put in your name, your email, your research advisor, if you're a PhD student or a MS thesis or MS project student, or your faculty advisor with their email address. Now, to have this information before you start this process, I'm going to show you how to find that, again, on our page. So if we go back, you're going to go to Graduate Student Services, and you are going to go here to your Student Faculty Program Advisors, and we're going to open that in a new tab. And you'll see here the different programs and how to contact them. So we can use Professor Shi as an example, and you will get his contact info right here, so you can include it. So what I would do is start here, get your faculty advisor's information, then open a new tab and go back to the graduate forms and select the petition form. So you will fill out this information, and then what's going to happen is it's going to bring you to the petition form, which I will show you now. So here is the petition form. So after you fill out that first information on the DocuSign, it's going to direct you to the standard petition form, which you will need to complete part 1. And then what you will do is you will submit it electronically, and your faculty advisor and the Graduate Student Services academic advisor will review the petition form for approval. So some things to consider about the petition form: academic advisors review the petition forms for approval, and you will get a copy for your record. When reviewing your degree audit, if your coursework is not counting towards your degree and you have received an approved petition, please just email us and with the attached form. If you have not received prior approval for your coursework, you will need to complete the petition form and submit it to your faculty advisor for approval through the process I just showed you. Academic advisors are reviewing degree audits for students who are not clearing and have applied to graduate. If we have an approved petition on file, we are updating the student's degree audit. If not, we're following up with you.
All right, so now that we've heard a little bit more about forms, I'm going to pass it back to Erica again to speak about responsibilities and academic performance in the Graduate School of Engineering.
Hello again, all. And so in this, as Mike mentioned, in this part, we are going to discuss the responsibilities you have as grad students. So you will, of course, need to follow and complete the degree requirements set by your program. As I showed, you can follow those degree requirements on the course catalog for your program. In addition, you will also need to maintain a B average or a 3.0 GPA to remain in good academic standing. And so I know some of you may want to complete the co-op in the future and you want to take the 1 credit co-op course, but just so you are aware, that 1 credit course will not impact your degree GPA. So if you are doing any degree calculations or GPA calculations, do not include that 1 credit course since we will not be doing that as well. In addition, co-op does have a 3.2 GPA requirement. So if you are interested in participating in co-op, you will not only need to have the 3.0, you will need a 3.2 or higher GPA to participate. Finally, you will also need to receive at least a C in your core courses. However, some advanced courses may require higher grades than a C. So be sure to try your best and get at least a C or better in your core courses. In some semesters, you may get below a 3.0. The first semester that you do so, you'll be considered on what we call academic probation. For this semester, you will need to work with your faculty advisor, the program you're in, and find a strategy to help succeed in your next semester. Your academic probation plan, as we call it, will then be handed into us for record keeping. And so if it so happens where you get below a 3.0 GPA for 2 semesters in a row, you're then considered dismissed from your program. However, you may file for an appeal and state your case in writing to the program director in our office, and the committee will review your appeal. Your appeal will either be approved and you'll be able to stay for another semester, or your dismissal will remain and you will no longer be part of your program. If you are in that situation, you get to stay for another semester, but you get below a 3.0 GPA for 3 semesters in a row, you'll then be considered dismissed from the university. However, you may do an appeal process once more per the university appeals process to see if you can stay for 1 more semester. So those are the guidelines and requirements we now have by being a member of the Graduate School of Engineering.